Okay, yeah, we got to talk about the solar flash. I did a recent video on this. The response has been overwhelming. Hell yes, you want a live channeling event. It's on the books, but there's more. So I have been seeing a ton of stuff on TikTok, and I've always been seeing stuff on YouTube for years. People talk about it a lot on YouTube, but there's been a ramping up on TikTok, and I'm like, yo, Spirit, what gives? Because I've done events in the past. I've done 2 channeling events in the past about this. And so I'm like, Spirit, you've been giving me tons of information. Why now is everyone else getting it and you haven't shown me anything? Because as a psychic medium, I'm only going to report on what I have been receiving, either what Spirit has dropped in or just something I want to talk about personally from my perspective. But I haven't gotten the word from Spirit. So I was like, bleh. But then I had a dream, a very vivid, clear as day message from Spirit dream. Yeah, about the event. I'll tell you about the dream in just a second, but first, if you want to sign up for this event, it's going to be held Tuesday, September 23rd, live via Zoom. If you sign up and get a ticket, you will automatically be sent the replay. If you're seeing this after the fact, there will be a replay that you can purchase up on my website. If you're watching this on TikTok, you know where to find the links, and if you're watching this on YouTube, it will be in the caption. For anyone watching this anywhere, go to my website, geoprism.com. Okay, before I tell you this dream, please, I hope you've watched my recent Solar Flash event video because I talk about the vision, not like a hazy, oh, I have a dream. No, a freaking vision from Spirit that was given to me about this event and about my role in preparing myself and humanity and the whole planet, the actual Earth, for this event. That will give you a lot of context and information. I have had multiple spiritual vision dreams about this event, but this one I had was unlike any other because it was real. It was real, meaning it wasn't symbolic, it wasn't metaphorical, it wasn't fanciful, it was very real, like could have happened. So in this dream, I was out with an old friend and we were, running errands, doing various things, and we're gonna go get dinner, go do a drink. It was dark at night, and then all of a sudden, the sun came up, and we looked at each other like, what the heck? How have we been out all night? We better get home. So we head home. As we were leaving for home, the sun went back down again to where it seemed as though the day had dawned. Suddenly, it was the middle of the night again. I was very confused, didn't have an answer for it. Got home in the dream, still flabbergasted. I go in to tell my husband and kids, and they're all in an uproar. And they're saying, did you see it? Did you see it? Because apparently it had been on the news. As they were excitedly telling me, and I was saying, oh my gosh, yeah, I saw it. That's what I saw. What was that? It happened again. The sun rose when it shouldn't have risen. So in this dream, we all run outside and we look to the east where we expect the sun to be rising. By the way, I didn't know what time it was. We just knew middle of the night, the sun should not be rising, but it looked as though the dawn was breaking. So we looked to the east where the sun should be. It was not coming from that direction. Instead, it was coming from the north. It came from the north. We had no idea what this means, but the knowing locked in, there are 2 suns. This is coming from that second sun. That's when I woke up in the dream, both completely baffling and so grounding, and I completely understand. Now, in the past, when I've dreamed of the event, there were 2 different things that made this noticeable. The first was that there were these beautiful streams of color that looked like Aurora Borealis, which I've never seen Aurora in my life, only in photographs and videos, but it looked like that, but in entire spectrums of the rainbow filling the sky. In another dream of the event, the air was pink, and not just like the sky was pink, like the air, it was filled with some sort of soft pink mist. And I knew that in my dream at the time to be about higher heart energy, the whole spiritual spectrum of love we're going to be filled and surrounded by. But this dream made it seem like when it happens, if, I don't know, it's going to feel more like the sun is rising when it shouldn't be rising. Now, I don't know what it means for these other dreams. Does it cancel the other out? Are they all true in their own way? Will it be different for different people? I don't know. So that's why I'm going to do this event. I'm going to tune in, receive more insights and information as a psychic medium and a trance channeler. This is something I have brought through information about repeatedly. And so we're going to go in again, only the fresh insights. We're going to say, Spirit, like, listen, it's getting real down here. We need help. So go ahead, sign up at the link in bio, and let's find out together.